as a child, I certainly remember going to the games back in the mid 70s, and then being just amazed at the amount of talent that the academy had. And that was no surprise when you looked at the number of championships they won provincially and the number of tournaments they won, like the Cape Breton Metros tournament, the Riverview Red Cup tournament. Just a lot of talent that Sydney had. So with that abundance of talent, if you will, they were able to win consistently from the 70s and part into the 80s, probably up until 1987, I think was the last time they won a provincial championship. So
Mike Peck, from what I understand, he was a midget MVP in his day, most valuable player. Ottawa 67's tryout, and with pro aspirations, and won a provincial championship in 1973.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Mike Peck from your perspective.
Mike was our captain when I was in grade 10. He was in grade 12. Yeah, great skater. Mike, funny guy, kept everybody laughing. But he always got the glazed bay flu when he played for the Capers, so I don't know what that meant, but anyway.
Dana MacQueen. Again, from what I understand, is somewhat of a phenomenon, really. Just an amazing player, and actually was the midget MVP at the A level as well.
Yeah, Dana was incredible. He set all the records in school hockey with goals. He was a funny guy. Converted forward to defense now. Probably should have stayed forward. That's all I have to say about that.
David Graham, again, one of the Graham boys, and comes from a great family, but from what I understand, a stay-at-home defenseman who was perhaps just a tremendous teammate for whatever team he played for.
He was. Dave's a good guy, funny guy, great businessman. Probably should have stayed off the ice and concentrate on that. But no, Dave was really good. He actually broke up my very first fight as a goalie. So I don't know. I think I got the worst of it though.
Big Chuck Barrington, big strong forward, a D-man, I understand, but tough in front of that net. What do you recall? Again, a goaltender would always appreciate a tough D-man.
Chuck, big lanky guy, had long reach, great guy, good team guy. I think he's a better golfer though. I know his nephew's a really good golfer, so maybe he should take some lessons to stay off the ice.
Bill Penny. I know he played at UCCB and eventually on to Acadia as well.
Yeah.
But a smooth skater with a lot of finish.
Yeah, Bill, another great guy, good team player, really quiet guy, funny guy. He taught all his life, so the only thing is I hope he didn't coach his high school team.
I'm afraid he may have. Sheldon Hanna. Again, I was told he was. Even at midget, he was built like a man, and again, a stalwart D-man, and the cousin of John.
He's brother of John.
Brother of John.
John Jr. Yeah, and he's uncle to John Hanna with the Cape Breton Eagles. Sheldon was a tough guy. We call him Toro. But the thing with Sheldon, you had to hit him. If you got hit first game, he'd play great. If you didn't hit him, he'd just sleep through the whole game. And today, nobody hit him.
Another one of the Graham boys. This time, Jack. Again, a competitor. I'm not sure how skilled he was, but tell me about the player he was.
Jack was a good player. He's small in stature, but shifty. And I think he's kind of shifty off the ice too. He's a real negotiator. I think he'd play a better game if he had a tennis racket. Okay.
You being a goaltender, of course, would have a pretty good perspective on tenders and evaluating. But Frank McNeil.
Yep. Frank was younger than me. Played after I left. His uncle was Doug, the coach. His father was Hayes, a former coach. I don't know what that had anything to do with him making the team or not. But Frank was always a steady goaltender.
Gord Kiley, again, went on out of Whitney Pier and a stand-up D-man, very intelligent. I think his dad was actually a boxer, so he comes from the sporting world. But again, tell me about the player he was.
Gordon, once again, younger than me, but lots of skill. Old alum like I am. And Gordon, like I say, I didn't see him box, but probably should have taken some lessons from his father.
Jeff Saunders. I think he, like Bill Penny, went on to Acadia eventually, but I think he won a junior champion, was a captain, wore the C.
Yeah. Jeff actually played with my older brother, and all I remember when I go to watch Jeff was that long, blonde, streaky hair going down the ice, and that ship has sailed.
And finally, a man who's responsible for a large part in helping put this together, and that would be Kenny Douglas. Again, I know that Kenny out of Whitney Pier, and I think he played to UCCB as well, and he had a significant career.
Kenny was, he's got all kinds of skill. He's shifty. He's a great guy. He's funny, good team guy. But you have to get the puck for him, because there's no way he's going to go get the puck.
Preamble, there was a top Sydney team of midget hockey, and it was called St. Augustine's, and Kenny played on that team as a goalie, probably one of the youngest goalies to ever play in that midget A league, and he quickly moved over to the academy once he was old enough. And being in the academy, he's a very quiet guy, and someone got injured one night, they put him in and they didn't take him out. And I can tell you this about Kenny: if you ever wanted to have a teammate, quiet, confident, the kind of guy that would inspire your team, he's our guy.